Yo, GM, everyone. How are we all doing?
GM, how's it going, man? Did you connect the
Right.
first time?
It never connects. I just don't even check anymore. I just always restart.
That's hilarious. But you're not even behind a firewall now, so
No, it's not a firewall. I honestly don't know what's going on.
that's so weird, man. This Discord doesn't like you.
Yeah,
It's like try
yeah.
again.
This is a new laptop too, and it still happens.
That's so weird. It's not even like it works the second time. It's not like you have problems connecting the second time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just come in like one more time. I just want to see you do it one more time.
Yep.
GM.
Yo,
How's it going, guys?
Yo, FaZe, Roxiano, GM friends.
GM.
Hey, Coda Down, how does it feel to join the Hangout in a different time zone?
Yeah, man, sniffing that freedom air.
It's
Good.
amazing.
I honestly
Yeah.
though, I kind of prefer hangouts in the evening.
Yeah.
I kind of sympathize with guys on the West Coast. I know Hefe, I think it was Hefe and some others waking up at like 6 a.m. back when there was like daylight savings time. That's a
Yeah,
grind.
man.
Crypto green.
six
So
is harsh.
It's always been 5 p.m. for me, which is great.
that's nice. Yeah.
10 a.m. for me is
Yeah.
perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, actually, afternoon is probably the worst because, like, when I was in Europe last year, doing meetings and stuff in the afternoon, it kind of felt weird. I like to bookmark the day. You got stuff in the morning, stuff in the evening, and do other stuff during the day.
Join at 8 a.m. here. Where are you?
Tonya is in. He's in somewhere in near Denver.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
Aavegotchi ETH. Hello, sir.
Hello, friends. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud
Yep.
and clear.
Okay, great. Great. Have to check my battler results.
Okay. Did there was that uh we had our first ever prediction market on Limitless. Did you win that or which
Yeah, I
let me check that.
actually double dipped and I lost. So basically, I
Oh
lost the
no.
game and lost the bet. So um, yeah.
No for a one. Can someone give the context on that for why was this one chosen for Limitless? Maybe Light Piglet.
I like that there's another dimension to this now. Like you can play the game and you could win. You can bet by like renting or buying or whatever, and then putting them in, or you can go and just watch and bet, or both.
It's super
like
cool. I mean, this is something that everyone has requested for things like Spirit Force, like when we have uh, matches that are like tournament matches or pre-planned. Not something that we really want to do as Pixelcraft, but I love that now we potentially have this option, and it seems like that the guys at Limitless are very open to like adding in different battles and stuff that we could do. I don't know how much of that is automated, but it's cool, really cool that we have a working partner to be able to do this. By the way, what network is it on? Is it on Polygon or Base?
Base.
Oh, nice.
Peace.
Based. Very cool. So we had 371 USDC worth of volume. That's pretty cool. I wish it would have like an activity panel to show the different bids.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think 80% was my doing.
Damn. Well, hopefully you got some other gotchis in there.
Yeah,
will...
so actually I understood that the concept of the battler was not so well understood, and it started from 50%, which shouldn't have been the case because
Right.
you'd somehow need a bookie or some kind of um, really good people at the game to to start the odds, right?
Well, because Light Piglet said that the Sims were pretty close. It was pretty close to 50-50, but you're saying it wasn't?
Yeah, it was 3% in the end, right? So
Oh, right. Yeah, based on the 60-40 pre-match. But really cool that we have this tool now. And yeah, I don't know, the next step would be to figure out, how we can actually set these odds properly. Maybe it should be 60-40, or, if it's for
I
Spirit
think,
Force, that's probably a little bit harder to set. But, or maybe
yeah,
we just don't set any odds and just let the market handle it, right?
um, I think for the last tournaments, the BRS in the end made a difference. So basically, that would be the best starting point, right?
Phantasma used some big brain energy.
Yeah, my rock paper scissors game was down like a lot. He outwitted me.
And the prediction market. Nice. Well, very cool, guys. I'm under a little cold. I don't know if I sound a little bit more nasal than usual, but adjusting back here and got a little cold. So hopefully I don't sound too weird.
I just hopped on stage. Hey guys, I
Yo,
can
Jim.
attest and confirm you do sound different. I thought it was the new mic. I didn't know it was a cold. I thought it was the new mic.
Yeah, the first thing we got to see when coming into the land of the free is a 2-hour queue. It's only because my wife is not a citizen, so we had to go into the pleb line. But honestly, even the American line was like pretty long, at probably an hour going into the airport. So we were in that queue for about 2 hours. Probably pick something up there, a little bit of extra baggage.
That's true. That's a good place to pick it up. It's a mixing pot at the very least.
But not COVID.
Yeah.
That was good. It's just a cold.
Yeah, we're so spoiled. I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking for myself in Singapore, but like you land there and they have very strict immigration and everything, but they get you through. Like they've got stations manned and opened, and everybody's
Yeah.
arriving and like either doing check-in or cruising through really fast or getting pulled to the side really fast, which I've also had happen to me. So they will do that. They'll pull you to the side, but they'll get you out of the line and take a closer look, and then in my case let me through. But
They had
love
out
their
of
system.
they had only 2 booths open for like 400 people. All there were like 16 flights that came in at the same time. I was like, good
Yeah.
gracious. Tuesday afternoon.
Which airport was it?
JFK, or no, Dulles.
Oh man.
That's like, what the fuck? Yeah. So we had a good time there.
Yeah, that's probably where you caught it. Well,
So, I don't know, sometimes you get the best ideas when you're feverish. So, not complaining.
that's true. The fever dreams. Well, we do
And yeah.
have a lot of things that are like in the pipeline that started as fever dreams, and I feel like, oh, we're so close now. We had a big week this week with the hot fixes being pushed for SFA. That's the best foot forward for SFA Spirit Force to go next week on the Hyperplay, and it's really cool. Guardians will also, this will be like their first kind of big launch party on Hyperplay. So it's gonna be a big week for Gotchi Gaming, and if you don't know what I'm listening, I kind of already talked about this on the midweek spaces, but basically we're going to be going live on Hyperplay here really soon with a big campaign where they're doing a TGE. Basically, they're going to have a Hyperplay token, and there's a lot of points to earn across about 20 games. And I think we're the only studio that has 2 games in the mix. So
that's cool.
very, very proud of that. Yeah. And our trick now is we got to get loud about it when it goes live. I think it's on the 30th. So 3 days from now, they'll kick off their campaign. We should be loud and proud about it because, we'll find out what kind of player base Hyperplay has, but they're basically like a Web3 Steam. So they should have a lot of players. SFA has always done pretty well on Hyperplay. Now we have 2 games there, and we should be just really doing outreach and getting loud about it so that when people go to play for their TGE points, I think actually initially all the games listed, the only way that you get points from them is by playing every day, like 5-day streak logins. Eventually they'll have more quests, but that's like the same for all the games. So it's really a tug of war where we want to get as many new players to come check out our games instead of those other games, because except for bots, actual players are not going to have time to go play all these games, and get the streak rewards. So I think out the gate we need to be super loud and like hop in the Hyperplay Discord and just be proud of our games and go get people to come play them. And so just want everybody to be aware of that. I think that's the thing that's right in front of us, and it's kind of like a friendly competition, but it's a great opportunity to introduce our games to a new audience, and they're both at much more mature states than they were.
Yeah.
Like I think Spirit Force launched on Hyperplay 6 months ago. It was like a totally different game. So come a long way.
Hell yeah. I wish they had like a leaderboard to show, which games are kind of performing the best. Maybe they do have like a points leaderboard or something.
They should have something. I know on the back end, they've told us in the past, like they feature certain games on the front page, and we're always in the top 5. So we're very consistent with Spirit Force. I think Guardians is going to do really well too, obviously. Like it should kill. So we be on the lookout for this Hyperplay campaign and retweet, engage with it, and point them to these 2 games, because this is a great opportunity to do some cross pollination. People are going to, I think Hyperplay is one of the most serious. They have a serious shot at being like hyper successful. Like they could be huge. And the fact that they're choosing to do this campaign now, and it's not that big of a pool of games, 20 or so games. That's pretty cool that we're like 10% of the games pool. So we better do well.
Have they put out any info on their TGE, or is that still yet to come?
It's pretty minimal. I think it's all gonna, like, the launch, the announcement is all a couple days from now. So this is pretty much alpha.
Nice.
So they're gonna get loud with it. Yeah. So we should be ready. If you guys have social media accounts, especially X, then please support. Let's make this a team effort and take over, do a Hyperplay takeover. That's the best thing we could do right now. It's like there for the taking. Not that the other games aren't good or have strong communities too, but if we don't show up, then somebody else is going to take it. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. I have a feeling it's going to do really good. And by it, I mean the Hyperplay TGE. I think it's going to be a pretty big deal.
Gonna cook.
So,
oh yeah, that's really exciting. I'm glad that we were able to get Guardians in there because it was close with Mount Oomph and some of the bug fixes and stuff. But yeah, they is this the what version of Guardians is this? Is this the one we released like a couple weeks ago, or is it a new
Yeah,
version?
I mean, I think it's whatever our latest build is. I don't.
Yeah.
We have nothing forecasted to put out in the next few days. So whatever's live now, that's the one they're going to be launching on Hyperplay
So
as well.
no glossary, right?
I know.
That glossary.
I mean, they've got this awesome glossary for. Do we have a screenshot of it or something we could
I'm
share?
looking.
Like, it's
Yeah, let me
so
see.
nice, guys. Slama and the team has spent a lot of time on this, and I think this is the kind of stuff that really separates. Like, you have the game, you have the gameplay, but then you want to learn about each tower and really dive into the game without going to like a wiki or some outside third party, and that's the glossary. Like, you have everything you want to know about your strategies within the game itself natively. It's really how it should be. So
See if
they
I
put a lot of work into it.
might have leaked some alpha here. I don't know. We'll see.
Right?
Looks
Hopefully,
okay for now.
Jason.
Slum is gonna be like,
Slide.
no,
Gotta do it.
this is all the
Yeah,
licks,
watch this
the
quick
maps,
video.
the units, stickers, items. It's got all of it in here.
Yeah.
Super fire. It'd be really nice to
Yeah,
have
and-
that for onboarding, but you know, it is what it is.
You
Yeah,
had
I
me worried
wish-
there when you
What's that?
said
You see
alpha.
that?
You said you had me worried for a second because I looked over. I'm like, you didn't think everything. There's more.
Yeah, there's more. For sure.
But yeah,
Well, like the progression slider, you can really plan out your strategies here. Like, you spend a little time in the glossary and you can be like, oh, okay, I should be doing this because I don't think anybody else is doing it this way. Like, that's the cool thing about Guardians, that depth of strategy. There's a couple, like, I know Slama has shared a couple on dev calls of like why they're doing what they're doing, and I'm like, oh, that's scandalous. Like, that's a good strategy if anybody figures it out. It's almost like an Easter egg. Like, they're out there. There are definitely better ways to play.
Yeah, I totally envision a whole, like, someone could make Guardians the centerpiece of a channel, just playing Guardians, just like they've done with like Kingdom Rush or Minecraft. You know, you could start out with gotchi games, but just the way there's been a lot of really successful channels that just do gaming content, and like it's not just playing the game, but like showing you different strategies and like challenging yourself to use only one item or like various like different strategies. I've seen a lot of those channels, and it's kind of it's an investment in the game, right? If the game does well, then suddenly that channel is positioned really well for all the people coming to want to read and study up on all those different strats.
Honestly, the more you zero in on one thing and do it really well, generally the better with these launching a launching a channel kind of things. And Guardians, SFA, both. But yeah, I think Guardians is a fantastic one. Like, somebody is looking to do content creation or is already doing it and want to get more traction, just like zero in and like max out on one game, and that's probably the right way to do it, because people want to know strategies.
A lot of people did that with Axie back in the day, and like the previous cycle.
Yeah, I know there's some talent here in the group just looking for the right thing to put their energy into. I mean, I would not blink at jumping in and supporting Gotchi Guardians. That game's gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
So I see people in the chat here. Quick change of topic, talking about No Future. Whereas he gave a heads up he wouldn't be on the Hangout tonight. He's at some events in Nashville for Bitcoin 2024, and probably wasn't going to be able to make it to the call. So I think I was like, dude, it's Bitcoin 2024. It's the biggest Bitcoin event of the year, and at least in the U.S. So you got to do your thing, and it's on his home court.
And it's in Nashville, yeah.
Yeah, it's like his stomping grounds. So like, you have home court advantage. You have to do your thing. So I think he's at some events right now. I can't believe, yeah, I saw this tweet. I can't believe he met Lil Pump the other day. Went right up to him with his Ray-Bans on.
Did he
Him and his
show?
Ray-Bans.
Did he show Lil Pump his Gotchi?
Well, so question to the audience, like, guys, did he actually talk to him? Because when I played the video, it was muted. It felt like he had it
Right.
on slow-mo or something. I was like, I want to hear what he said. It seemed like he was being like acknowledging, like recognizing whatever No Future said to him. So I'm like, I'm sure he said Gotchi Gang. And he was like, oh yeah. But I'm just guessing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta hear it from him, man. He told me his glasses mic broke right in time for this. So he said,
No way.
yeah. So like his options were send the glasses in to get fixed because you have to mail them to Ray-Ban, and then wait, and then he'll have a mic eventually, or record with no audio for this event. So he went for record with no audio, which I agree with.
Yeah, it was the right play, but it was weird. It was the first time I've watched one of his videos and there was no audio. So
Yeah, it's a really good
at least I
opportunity
know
for
why.
let someone get some AI voice generator on that. That's a perfect opportunity. Get some Lil Pump, and no future could dub it, or we could use AI of No Future. Be like, yo,
Dude.
Gotchi Gang, bro, and then he's like, oh yeah, he's got this like nice slow take for it.
I mean, he might have said that.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know what the
It's-
hell he said.
it seemed like very positive. I was just like, why did he mute it? So it's good to know why. We didn't have a choice. But yeah, that's awesome. Lil Pump's like, I mean, there's so many celebrity coins out there that are total, like they've all gone to shit, right? But
Yeah.
Lil Pump consistently for a couple years now from Gotchi Gang. That's the first time I'd like noticed he was into it, and we talked to his team and stuff. Like he's really into crypto, and like there he is. He's in Nashville. He wants to be there. He could be anywhere he wants to be. That's pretty cool. We just gotta get him in the 3D Gotchiverse, and we're set.
I was
Just
this morning I was out with Intarja Mike, and he's working on these new pieces, and we went to, well, if he comes on, if he's around, I'll get him on here in a sec. But we went to this guy, it's his wood guy, and we were chatting. This he's like a Canadian dude, and he runs this big like wood barn, all hundreds of different types of woods, and I forget what we were talking about, but we somehow started talking about crypto. I think he said, "Oh, my Intarja Mike was like, yeah, my son, he does crypto," and the guy was like, "So yeah, which crypto?" And I said, "Yeah, we made our own." And then he said, "Yeah, I like Bitcoin and Ethereum." I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" The wood guy is into crypto. He's got Bitcoin and he's got Ethereum. I didn't chill Ghost to him at the end though. I probably should have, but that was pretty sick. This guy's like in his 60s, is like a wood guy, and honestly, it sounded like he said he had a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like he's 70% of his net worth is in Bitcoin. That was the vibe I got, honestly. He was
Wow.
downplaying it. Wouldn't be surprised though.
As you do. As you do.
Yeah. There's a lot of heavy wood in that store.
Wood. There's probably like 3 wood Solana coins already that exist. What do I know? That'd be a good one. There's like some not double entendres, but like some play on words phonetically. If you went with the wood, the muto, and then also like this cat.
Wood.
Yeah, wood.
Cat made of wood.
Yeah. Oh man. There's something there.
Or what did that gift flashes?
It
What?
does. It's
It says wood.
like it looks like a devil cat or something.
Oh, if you know that one. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I just picked the first GIF I grabbed. I didn't know it was gonna like flash. Yeah, Phase has a better version. I cannot attest to whatever's in that one frame.
I thought I was tripping, dude. Like for the first 3 cycles, I was like, is it flashing? Or am I blinking?
Yeah, it's really fast. I still can't make out what it's trying to tell me, but I know my subliminal picked it up.
I'm trying to screenshot it, man, but my screenshot's just trash screenshots now. I have to screen record.
Subliminal messaging. We need more of that with Aavegotchi. We need subliminal
Does that
messaging.
work, man? Does it actually work?
I don't know. Probably. We've been doing it for a long time.
No, I
Chronos
mean like
with the
what's
non-subliminal. I was just gonna say, what we need a location, Chronos. Where are we picking this up?
oh,
He's
whoa,
just dropping it there.
He's
I
dropping
see.
Alchemica.
Come and find me.
tease.
Dang, it's so nicely laid out.
That's gonna be nice in 3D.
Yeah, that's basically where my mind goes looking at that now. I'm like, oh, I know. That's where it's going.
Well, shall we talk a little bit about the 3D gotchis?
Yeah,
Redone?
this is the milestone. Hell yeah.
In case you guys are just waking up here. Oh, yeah, thank you, Goobs.
Milestones.
Check the announcement if you haven't already. But hell yeah, we are finally at 100% 3D wearables. Love this video, especially that first one. That thing is so crazy.
Dude.
They are terrifying, dude. With the facts.
Yeah.
You gotta click this link and play the video.
I think that's our first wearable that's actually scary.
Yep.
Like
It was great.
Fido mask.
Yeah, maybe. But those fangs really were a bit debatable. There's some drama in those. They're great.
I knew they were going to be polarizing, but I think everyone has. I haven't seen anyone be like, those suck.
No, they don't suck. That's the thing. They're like, damn
Yeah.
it, it's good. It's just
Yeah.
like fucking scary.
It's too true. Every reaction to it is like, I'm not fighting you if you come up to me. Like, what? Agreed, China. It's more like my favorite wearable, I think.
Is the
Yeah.
godlike ruffle twerking?
It is. Yep. It actually twerks in the SDK.
You gotta go over to the SDK right now and see for yourself.
Slama added in some animations. That's one of the part when, if you read the thread here, talks about some of the next steps for this. One of those is adding more animations, godlikes, mythicals, pets. We want to add in more animations into the SDK so that they can be, more lifelike in 3D.
And there's a bunch already in there. Like I saw the cacti jump up and down.
Yeah.
Godlike cacti.
Yeah, the cacti kind of dance. They do a little bouncy dance. And the Aave boat has like wake, even though there's no water under it, but it's just kind of like this ghost wake. Pretty sick. The boat,
Brings
man,
its
that
own
boat
wake.
took a long time. Let me see if I can find some. I don't know if we've ever shared these of this fucking boat. Took forever, man.
Augie, you're 100% right, bro. But it's worth it, man. We're building our ecosystem.
No, this is really big, and maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're not like 100% sure this is even gonna work, but at some point we want to get to a point where you can export your Aavegotchi as a GLB file or a GLTF, one or the other. We'll see what's possible, but that would just be amazing if like you can take the Aavegotchi you own and be like, you know what? Don't just export as a PNG. Let's give me the GLB file. We're trying. We're working on it.
Yeah, I believe we're pretty close from what I have been kind of in a fever and
There-
jet lag, but I could have sworn I saw something in the chat about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're definitely allocating energy and time to it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest path, the one we were hoping for didn't work out, so you can't use like Unity first party stuff. You can use third party, and it can export as a GLTF, not a GLB, which basically is the same thing, but something a little different. And then it's just a matter of finding dev bandwidth if we want that kind of feature to get that into the dressing room. So like you could dress up a Gotchi how you want it and then export it as a GLB. And that could have a lot of really interesting use cases for all sorts of things. Like a lot of these other metaverses and 3D games, they use GLB format. So I think we'll be able to get there, especially if that's something we hear you guys want. I don't know if it's a 3D printing format, Phantasma, but I know you can drop that into Blender, and you're probably one step away from taking that and putting it into whatever format you want. So that's really the most important part is you get the GLTF and then you export as GLB or you export as whatever it is you're looking for. So
Zbot's
So,
been
yeah, it would
cooking
be-
something.
it'd be really good.
Have we? I don't think we've shared Zbot's gotchis yet, have we? Here, Zbot, you okay with us dropping the alpha here?
Oh boy.
Not those alpha, the 3D alpha.
Okay, my heart stopped.
There's a lot of Zbot alpha. This is
How
part one.
lowercase or uppercase alpha?
This is the lowercase alpha. This is pretty sick because they were asking about 3D printing. I think this is pretty dope. He said it was 99.5% ready. I think he just had to do a little bit of working on something, but these were taken basically directly from the 3D model.
Whoa.
Dude.
So cool. God damn.
Whoa, dude.
Zbot is always 10 steps ahead of whatever
He really
we
is.
think we're doing. And I love it. He doesn't even tell us sometimes until it's like in this case, he's like, "Happy birthday, guys. This came in for the Aavegotchi birthday."
Yeah, they
Bro,
are
I'm
hand
in
painted.
monster.
like, what
But
is
the
he
model-
What are these hand painted?
Yeah,
Probably.
they're hand painted.
They were last time.
Holy crap, dude. That's so good, man. I'm like in awe right now.
It's art. It's another level.
They're so clean,
Yeah.
man. It looks manufactured. Like,
Yeah.
that's so good, dude. What a hand. What a steady hand.
Yeah, I couldn't even do that no matter how hard I tried. My hand is not that steady, first of all.
I mean, like, I could do that maybe, but it would take me like 4 months.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I think
even-
we have a great pathway towards getting miniature Gotchi collectibles now that we have everything done in 3D.
Yeah, we're getting really close. If you can start building and exporting gotchis in 3D in your dressing room, oh my god. Like people will be free to do whatever 3D printing or we can all start doing this stuff. But I don't know if we'll do it as well as Zbot. I don't know if anybody will ever do it as well as Zbot. It's another level. The colors. Everything.
I was chatting with some guys in China a couple months ago, and they said we need some models, but they have like distribution all throughout a bunch of these like gotcha game stores, like toy stores, because there's kind of this like hype art going around in China right now and Korea, where it's just like it's kind of like NFTs, but they're physical and they're off chain, but it's this art that people buy because it's expensive, but it's not like limited quantity, and it's not on chain. Like there's no verification, but people still spend like hundreds of dollars on this stuff. And so there's all these gotcha machines and this like hype art trend going around. So I was chatting with them, and we were talking about possibility of like getting are 3D gotchis in some of these like gotcha games around China. We just need to have the models and basically just do some trials. But could be our Pudgy Penguins moment, guys. They got Walmart. We'll get all the gotcha stores around China and Asia.
Yeah, let's take Asia.
Hell yeah. They can have Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Start at the source.
Right. But the reason we haven't done it prior to now is because I'm very worried about like rampant copying that happens in China and not having any way to like legally enforce a trademark, or if people start taking the prints and just like printing the shit out of it, that could be a big mess. So we haven't done anything up to now. But these guys claim that they are pretty good on IP.
Yeah, it's all like finding the right partner.
Yeah.
Fly frogs are so good. I love those guys.
Dude, I saw because obviously follow Rizzle and all the stuff they do at Fly Frogs, and those are coming in crazy with the clip-on wearables. I would not hesitate to talk to them. Like they're just doing great stuff.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'd never heard of this.
Well, I
If
mean,
you haven't seen, he's got snap-on wearables for these frogs. A couple weeks ago, I saw it.
Yeah.
the thing is, I think
doing
our
great.
gotchis kind of like lend themselves to clip-on stuff. I don't see why we could do the same thing.
How are they doing it? Is it magnets?
No, it literally clips on. It's just like
Yeah,
Because our issue has
bounces
always
into
been
place.
slots. Like we have a lot of really weird looking wearables. Like we have, let's say you have like the elf ears or something, or like I don't know
it's
some like weird face wearables, or they might not have a
right.
slot directly on it.
When
For
you try
sure.
to do everything for every wearable, it kind of becomes impossible. But if you picked, we're going to start with a dozen of the most popular, obvious wearables like wizard
Yeah.
hat, farmer hat. It becomes a lot more doable. Also, like Lagan is exploring this. It looks like, and I think Voxel's kind of Lego-esque. That definitely
That's
is a
pretty
path
sick.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has potential for sure. So many ways to skin a cat. But those fly frogs, man, they got the snap on. Like, yeah, Dan, you definitely got to check those out. I'm so impressed with what they've done. Um, I don't know how involved Rizzle is directly with that project. It seems like very close with them,
Very, yeah.
but I'm sure he would introduce. They did a great job.
I could see a way that, I mean, it depends. Like if we're printing it, it's one thing, but if we're manufacturing it, it's another thing. So if we could like embed uh, metal into the print, basically,
Yeah, that's
or
what I was
into the
thinking.
model,
Yeah.
then you can just put magnets in each wearable, and then they'll clip into place.
They would kind of look weird. You could put them wherever you want, but I mean, it would
No,
work.
you just put slots basically. So like you have,
Yeah.
for example, you have to come up with the slots that make sense. So you'd have 2 places on the eyes and then 2 places on the ears, and that would work as a headband / like face
Yeah.
clip. And then you have one on the head, and then one around the neck, I guess, for like a necklace type situation, and then body ones. So like cape,
Yeah.
wings, and like normal clothing. It's fair. I think it's doable. It's just like that's a significantly more involved manufacturing process than 3D printing, because prototyping when you 3D print is like very fast iteration.
Yeah, we'll probably just start with the basics, get some of the basic gotchis done, and then there's demand. We'll keep ramping that up, and it'll take some time, but get more and more. Now that the models are done, we have a lot of ways to move forward with this. But yeah, I think just some basic gotchis, maybe they can move a little bit, would already be pretty sick. Because the collectibles I was talking about in China, like they don't actually do anything. They don't generally move. They're kind of like paperweights, and people love that stuff. They just collect the shit out of it. They're not NFTs, and they're not limited quantity. There's this one called Cosmos. Anyone here ever heard of that? Let me see if I can find one. In Chinese, they're called Chaowan. Here we go. These things don't do anything. Anyone here ever seen these?
Oh, I've seen these. Yeah. I was wondering what that was.
It's just like this little faceless bear.
I mean, it looks expensive.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like cuddly or anything.
Yeah. It's not. It's hard. Mickey Mouse meets Care Bears, basically. But this is like the machines that they would be in.
How much do they cost?
I've never bought one, but I mean they're in like some of the upscale malls that I walk around. So I'm assuming the price point is probably a couple $100.
It's so bizarre to me.
I know. But what I'm really looking forward to is finally being able to become Walter, my own Walter.
Yes, that's my like goal. I was talking to Slama. I was like, how can we get? I want people to be able to build their gotchi and push a button and then pop out like an avatar for them to use, like an FPS or VRM.
Yeah.
Sorry. And he said it's possible, but we don't have the time or resource to do it. So I think if we can figure out, like, if I can scout someone who knows how to do it and get the DAO to fund it, it's a thing we can definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
Like a full, just popularable DAO. Sorry, can you hear the flute floor or the Twitter snippet?
It's cutting off, so I think there's some cancellation, like noise cancellation going.
Yeah, but like at first, obviously, we'll make some like archetypes. I'm gonna make some iconic ones. Like you and Jesse will get yours. I'm gonna push to get mine if I can. If we have the time. And then we'll do some like archetypes. Like we'll do the knight, we'll do the pirate, we'll do some of the like coolest wearables we have, basically, that will animate the best. And then we'll just make those available for people. The guy just came back to me with another version with like a bigger mouth, but there are issues. Yeah, but there are issues when you push the blend shapes to their max, so like fully open mouth plus fully like two types of blend shape at the same time. You get some weird creases in the corners of the mouth. So I'm getting him to fix that for a show to you guys. But it's much nicer. I like the sizing a lot better.
Cool. Yeah, the current Walter is like too thin-lipped. It always looks like he's got his lip pursed.
Yeah, I told him about that. I don't know how like easy it is to do, because basically like it's the clipping that makes it a problem, essentially. Like we have to make more space in the mouth, and that means changing each blend shape. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's got to happen though. He does look like he's got like paper lips. I feel like you could cut through him with like a little X-Acto. That's not good. Fantastic. Walter's always a good time. That's true.
There's some other exciting news. Dan, I was wondering, maybe it's the right time to mention we are planning an Asia roadshow.
Oh, yeah.
That is locked in now.
Locked in.
We weren't sure, but I think it's appropriate. We got Gotchi Chain launching. We got all our games kind of coming to maturation. So it seems the way it works with crypto and the global like timing of things, it seems like the Americas hold a lot of the events in the spring and summer, and then everything shifts to like Europe and Asia. So, Dan, do you have some dates? I think you're going to be present at a couple of key events in the
Yeah.
fall.
So late, actually mid-August, around the 15th to the 19th, Lost Local and I, and maybe you, Gold Cross, not sure. Have we confirmed that or not? We're going to be in SF. There's some base stuff happening out there. And then we're going to be flying from SF over to Tokyo to attend, I forget what the name of the event is, but there's like
I think it's DAO Tokyo.
Yeah, DAO Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be speaking about
We've
DAOs.
got a speaking slot and a booth. We are going to be super present at DAO Tokyo. Stanny has spoke there in the past.
Nice.
It's not like Token 2049 big. It's not like Bitcoin 2024 big, but it's quality over quantity kind of event. I think there's about 1,500 event attendees, and yeah, we've got a booth, and Dan will be speaking. Is what we've confirmed. So yeah, that's gonna be really, really good. And I believe Lost Local will be with you for that. I will not be making that journey. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. And then from there, we'll spend about, I believe it's about a week in Tokyo, and we'll get some nice views with Mount Fuji in the background and some gotchis. Seabot is actually printing those gotchis, and he's gonna send them to me here in the U.S. So I'll be bringing those with me to Mount Fuji. Yeah, are they closing off the views? No, I know. I've seen they're getting anti-tourist right now, right, in Tokyo.
Yeah, they're getting mad, dude. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what do you care? It's a freaking mountain. I want to look at your mountain. Like, what do you think I came here for? Exactly. The gas station? Like, come on.
The gas. Yeah, I'll just avoid the gas station. I think it's a Watson's, or like what's it called? But yeah, I'll try to avoid that. And then we're going to after Tokyo, it's down to Korea for Korea Blockchain Week, and spend about a week there, and then spend a little bit more time hanging out in Korea, and then over to Token 2049 in Singapore. And that's going to be pretty sick. That's always a big event. And that's pretty much the end of the crypto circuit, I think, generally throughout the year. There will be one more, which is DevCon. That's in Bangkok in November. And I think we're probably going to get tickets for that, because I just want to go to Bangkok in November. I'm sure it'll be nice. So that should be another big event. I know we have quite a few Gotchi gang in Thailand too. We're in the area. So maybe we can do some meetups along the way. If you're in the areas of any of those, definitely hit up Light Piglet or Lost Local, and just let them know if you're down to help man a booth, or just want to come to the event and say hi. Definitely hit one of them up. They're organizing all the Gotchi tours.
Oh,
Yeah,
great to
and
hear
we're gonna.
that.
I may have missed it, but did you mention we're going to share a booth at Token 2049? So we'll have booth space in Singapore as well.
Right,
as
we'll be with BGA,
Japan.
right? Yeah.
Yep. Blockchain Gaming Association also supporting, and will be featuring our games and giving us booth space. So it's gonna be really
BGA
good.
has been super Chad.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we paid for our membership with them, but it's paid itself off many, many times every year. Very, very happy with everything they've been doing.
Yeah. Shout out to Sebastian and the whole team there, and they've been very supportive. But Aavegotchi one, sorry, you were saying something, and we were kind of both chatting there.
Yeah, I might. I have proposed some talks to DevCon, so hopefully one of those talks will be accepted, and I might join too in Bangkok.
Nice. Yeah, Bangkok should be pretty lit. I think that'll be the end of the crypto circuit for the year probably, and DevCon. I mean it's huge. So I think we'll start. We haven't started planning for that yet, but very soon we will, and we'll let you guys know. And yeah, Mr.
DevCon's a
Seb,
big deal.
totally forgot. Maybe Mr. Seb, you can talk real quick. You guys are going to be repping Gotchi Gang at Gamescom. Mr. Seb and I believe Fifu, some of the GFA guys are going to be repping Gotchi Gang at Gamescom. That's pretty sick. So we are going to be kind of everywhere the second half of this year. And we're already chatting with ETH Denver right now as well about next year's booth. Lost Locals trying to lock in that early bird discount. Because we know
it was such a good it was so good last year.
Yeah, and I really want to go. I really want to go this year. I'm going to try to organize my schedule I really want to attend ETH Denver this next year.
Man, now that you said that, I want to do that too. I got to figure that out.
We'll have the chain, we'll have the games, maybe the merch. We're also working on a new merch store, guys. I don't know if have we mentioned that. The old one was powered by Shopify and it was a pain in the ass. So we're working with a new merch provider, Fire Quality. And also they take crypto, ship all over the world, so we don't have to worry about Europeans getting railed by import taxes. So should be coming out there pretty soon.
There's like so much going on, it's crazy. Like we have this hour every week and it's just not enough. We're like, oh, we could have talked about the new store we've been working on that put a ton of time and energy into and are weeks away from launching. And yeah, that's like a huge pain point we learned just doing online merch. And this is going to solve all of that. So very, very exciting.
Yeah, is anyone recording this? We waited for No Future not to be here to drop all the important alpha, right?
I'm recording.
Oh, sweet. Roxiano coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Goobs, I love your recap, sir.
We're getting near the end here. Should we drop a couple screenshots of the 3D team working in progress?
Ooh.
What do you guys think?
Get some verse alpha.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too used to this, taking it for granted. But we are working hard. You guys saw the lodges a couple weeks ago for the first time in 3D. And so we'll kick it off with the full lineup. Go. Got all the lodges ready to go. Level 1 to level 9. Sitting in the Gotchiverse. Now, this is the design side. I think the more crucial thing at this state, many weeks into this, since we saw the lodges, is really thinking about like where we are with the servers and the kind of infrastructure, the architecture. And we were a few weeks into that now, and I'm feeling very, very good about where we are. Basically, decisions have been made. We're feeling very confident with what makes the most sense. So we're probably, likely, definitely going to deploy where every district is like its own giant floating island initially. Like eventually we want to tie it all together, stitch the Citadel together. But I think for UX at this point, we found that nice middle ground. We thought we might just do parcel by parcel, but we're not going to do that. We should have every district have even more meaning than it had before because every district is going to be its own giant floating island. And it should run really smoothly. Still some testing going on, but it's looking good so far. So if that continues, then we're going to be able to launch with full district support, where every parcel in that district is one big happy family. If it reaches somewhere around 150 to 200 players, we start to load you into a second instance, another dimension of that same district. So that would be a good problem, right? If we have more than 200 people in a district at the same time, you get District 9 instance number 2, that kind of thing. And you can freely join which one you want. So infrastructure-wise, that's where that's going, looking pretty good. And yeah, most of the team has migrated away from, I would say this is the last week, actually. We've done some bug fixes, the hot fixes with SFA. And right now it's like all eyes are on Gotchiverse, from Unity devs to backend to UI and front end and UX developers. Like everybody's looking at Gotchiverse at this point, which is really, really satisfying to see. We've been trying to get there, and there's just always something to do. And so I think we're in a good spot, though. And it felt really good to get everybody on the call, like everybody on point, pointing at Gotchiverse. So I might have a few more screenshots to share with you guys. These are some walls. They're walls, so, but they look satisfying. Varying shapes and sizes. We hope you'll be able to craft with these and block off your territory.
You think we'll be able to
And
change the color of the wall in the game?
Yeah. I think like we had a conversation about being able to paint the walls.
Yeah.
And make it your own. So
I want some FOMO walls.
Hell yeah. Right now they're kind of following like the to be frank, like the whole order to the designers is look at the cinematic from the original cinematic, and like that is your source of truth. You go for that, and we'll work our way back from that. So I think they've done a great job with that. That was the right way to kind of kick things off. They've kind of achieved it, but in terms of customization, all of that is very important. So yeah, feeling pretty good about it. What was I gonna say? It's just like, yes, it's more like right now, the only thing making me nervous is just like some of these, the tech stuff they're exploring right now. We want to give you guys not just farming on your Gotchiverse parcel, which is key and good, but like also some really cool social experiences. So we're seeing what we can deliver by launch on Gotchi Chain, like what is reasonable to deliver out the box. And that could include some social experiences, some different things to do in like District 1, aka downtown, things we could do downtown together when we're not busy farming. So we're kind of working through some of those, seeing which ones could be ready sooner than later. But that's where we're
bandwidth allocated to some dances, from what I've seen.
Oh, Dan, I can even surprise you while you were in the air. It's more fun when we can survive. Yeah, when we can surprise Dan, that's the best part, right?
I'm watching that team chat like a hawk every day.
That's why I got DMs, sir. That's why I got DMs. Let me see what we can do here. Let's all surprise Dan. And you guys be honest, like let's see if we like this or not. But let me bring it in here. All right, so the concept is we got to have dancing, right? It is a metaverse. You're at the meetup, you're dancing, you're having a good time. But then Dan comes in and he's been like, I don't know, we can decide how it happens. Maybe he's out cutting grass all day, or he's been on his parcel taking care of business, whatever it may be. He has somehow earned him a pickup. We're going to have pickups in the Gotchiverse, right? Just like in SFA, you have these special weapon drops. Well, in the Gotchiverse, you might have pickups of various items that you can eventually deploy, at your whim when you want. So you're at the party, everybody's doing the generic dances that we all share, and you happen to have, I don't know, the Macarena dance juice, and you're the only one, or you and your friend are the only ones. And so you bust out this pickup that you had, and that's the Macarena dance juice. And when you drink it, only your gotchi gets to do that particular dance on the dance floor. And that is the concept here we're exploring. So this is a dance potion, if you will.
That's pretty sick. That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. So we're exploring that. And this is the idea that, you know, we're gonna have like a radial where you can do different, you know, animations and different things that you want at the right time, like a dance move or other types of kind of typical animations you would need for your Aavegotchi. But it would be cool. What if you could collect animations in the wild? That's kind of the concept here.
And they're like one use, or how does that?
Yeah,
how long?
they're like consumables. You're like, all right, let's get 10 of us together with Macarena potions and do a, you know, do a flash mob. So you can kind of steal the show at the party. That kind of idea.
That's a fun idea. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is the first mock-up of that potential from Daria, actually, who, if you guys caught the stream, Daria just joined the stream this last week with one of our other great artists, Robson. Robson's been doing great work. So I hope you guys are watching the streams. Lately, we've been really emphasizing being able to meet the team. I think it's great for them. It's great for you guys. Everybody gets to know who's working on all this stuff and making it happen. So I didn't even know. I learned things about Daria on this. I did not know she's actually a doctor, a certified like medical doctor through and through. And I guess Pixelcraft, she'd rather work on magic dance potions with Pixelcraft than do that. So that's where she did a pivot. She went all into graphic design and 3D design, and she's one of the best. She's super smart, obviously. She's
That's
a
funny.
doctor, and here she is making magic potion dances. Crazy.
Dude, I said it on stream. Like, we're a Web3 company. There's like, there's no room for like fat on our team. So everyone on our team is epic. You know what I mean? Like, they're all amazing at their job.
Yeah, it's so true. It's lean and mean. So true. I think we're hogging important DAO time though, so we can do the old transition here. I see the classic "Let's get down to business" from Choingman.
Yep.
But,